And it is time for the keys to life. When I say keys to life, you say, oh, that wasn't that great. When I say it's time for the keys to life, you say, there it is, there it is. I hear you, I hear you. All right. The response or the first thing that I want to give you is do it today. Do it today. Not 2 weeks from now, not for, your New Year's resolutions, not next Monday, but literally just do it today. Don't try to build strength for tomorrow or try to do anything else. Just do what you need to do today. Because it needs to be done what? Today. Step by step, moment by moment, we live. We do not live day by day. We do not live week by week. We do not live month by month. We gotta live in the moment, right? Now, there's two different types of views on living in the moment. Living in the moment where you just YOLO, you just live your life, you're having a great time. And then there's living in the moment because I can't afford to live any other way. What does that mean? It means that I have to be very careful on how I live. So if I focus on living moment by moment, I can beat my emotions and I can beat the thoughts and the ideas and the suggestions of the devil. I can beat all these different things. What? Because I'm living by the moment. I'm not worrying about if I win in 2 weeks. I'm not worrying about, how am I going to deal with the situation? No. Right now, in this moment, he's telling me I shouldn't do this. Right now, in this moment, I feel like I shouldn't get up. Right now, in this moment, I don't feel like this, that, and the other. Beat this moment, and we'll work on the next moment when the moment comes. And we'll work on the next moment when the moment comes. And we'll work on the next moment when the moment. Win today. Do it right here, right now. Stop waiting for something. Because whatever you're waiting for, when you say, oh, when I get this, then I'll do it, that's likely that God's not going to give it to you. Because he won't do what it takes to do what you have right now. And if you do what he gives you right now, he can trust you with what he'll give you later. But he doesn't want to give you anything more because you don't want to do anything more because you're waiting for the big ticket. You're waiting for the big moment. Don't do that. You have to talk to yourself in that present moment. Get up. When I'm in the water and I'm trying to practice swimming and I'm like, one more lap, one more lap, one more lap. I hardly do a lap, but it's like, all right, tell yourself, listen, keep pushing, keep moving. I got there, there was a Monday I did it, Tuesday I did it, Wednesday I did it, Thursday I did it. Friday I showed up, got to the locker, pulled out all this stuff, and I didn't have my cap. And I don't play around with my hair, so it's like, well, who we say then? Shall I turn around and go back home? And I was like, nah, no. We're just going to have to figure it out. I'm sitting under the dryer, and, pastor got to be pretty. I'll work on it. I work on myself. I was like, all right, so whatever happens in this water happens. Luckily, wonderfully, that most of this is all braided up. And so I just went in and just did what I had to do. I know that sounds like real easy, simple to you. It's not always simple to everybody when you don't want to do what you have to do in the first place. You don't need any other excuse other than whatever excuse you came up with. It was like, oh, that was that deep test. It was if I didn't want to do it in the first place. It was 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. I didn't want to do it. So 5:30 in the morning, what were you doing? Aha. Now, so my point is you don't want to do these things. So you'll take whatever excuse. Don't allow yourself whatever excuse. Just do it. Because you'll take whatever works. You'll take the excuse that works. Or you'll say, I got a job to do. I'm going to do it. All right, number 2. Practice the lessons you learn. Practice the lessons you learn. The reason I say this is because I think a lot of times we put ourselves in situations where we learn something and then we do the opposite. You learn it 5, 10 times. And you're like, yeah, you're right. Then you go do what? Something else. So, I like to pick on my family. So, I brought this remote here. It's interesting. I'm sitting here with Kai, and it was like, okay, all right, she's playing the game. Now I'm not one for games, but hey, I try to participate. And she's playing the game, and I'm like, ooh, you look like you should probably get some of the strength. Pick that up. Ooh, it looks like you should probably do that. Go grab that. Okay, so she dies. Okay, and she dies. You should probably do that. Reg did this, and that worked. He beat the game. You should probably try that. And she's like, you're right. And she dies. And she dies. And the moral of the story, she dies over and over and over. And the next day, she dies. The next day, she dies. Now, I'm not one for game playing, but I do know how to shoot. I know how not. I don't know how to shoot in a game. I don't, but I can shoot you. So remember, so I'm looking at it from a realistic standpoint. If you go in a room, I know it's like, why? Where is he going with all this? You go in a room and you hide in the room. Bear with me. You hide in the room, but you don't hide. Did you hide? You just went in the room and closed the door, right? So if I open the door, can I shoot you? Okay, just checking. I want to see where he's at. You're standing there, you see a door. You open the door. Boom, boom, boom. Why? Because the person is standing in the middle of the room at the back of the wall. There's nothing covering you. So it didn't make sense. So I said, hey, you know what? She says I'm right, but, she doesn't get it. A lot of people learn through visual aids. So I go in my room, I get my fake gun, and I come out, and I say, stand out there. I go against the wall, and I say, pew, pew. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. How much did you see me? You saw me in a glance of the door. This is the door. There's this much space. You only get to see me here. If I go this way, shoot, shoot, cover. Shoot, shoot, cover. Who's not covered? Lessons that you've learned. If you understand, you should probably what? Take cover. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now let's take that to practical life living. Okay, so if someone says you should do something and you acknowledge it to be right, it's kind of like Sunday morning, but I ain't going to talk about it. It's really like you do something different on Monday and something different on you're still doing the same thing. What have you gained? The lesson is already learned, but you're not proving anything. You're not growing from anything. You're not doing anything. It may be difficult. Why? Because you're not used to what it is. You're not used to it. Mother Smalls is used to the thingy-majiggy. I don't know what it's called, but it's not the cane, the walker. And so it's like, but this might be a little bit much, because why? She got to carry, I saw her, she was carrying the stuff in her hands. Now her hands is full. Got this is here, and this is here. I'm going to get her a book bag or something, because we got any Life Changing Church book bags. Message. So, but that's the thing that you have to gather. You understand what I'm saying? It may not be easy. It's difficult to change. It's difficult to be different. It's difficult to go against what you're used to. It's difficult, but that doesn't mean it's not what? Right? So if I learn something, the only way to prove what I've learned is to what? Continue. I have to apply it. I have to do it. And then I have to do it what? Over and over again. Which will take me to my next point, because I've probably been on that point way too long. Applaud yourself and get back to work. Applaud yourself and get back to work. Applaud yourself and get back to work. If I say, here's the key. Two things happened today that you probably have never seen. One, you never saw Mother Smalls with a cane. Come on. But you've never saw me applaud anybody either. Pastor Grant don't applaud people. I don't. You ever see what's the old movie Hancock? And he like, good job. That's me. I'm not good job. Congratulations. Like, you waiting for a good job from me. You waiting. But, but my point is two things happen. We both can applaud ourselves, but we both got to get back to what? Word. We both did two good things. But if that's the last time I say it publicly or personally, then I really didn't really work on myself, did I? No. So I have to actually push the envelope. Today was a good day. I was on a roll today. I applaud you. I applauded you early this morning. Then I applaud somebody. I'm on a roll. I promise you I am. I am giving them out. So if you see me later, take one, you know? Because they're going at a limited time. No, I just want you to understand that you've got to continue. You can't just be like, oh, see, because if I come in next week and the week after the week after the week after, and I tell y'all remember that time when that means that I haven't done it enough. Anytime you get in an argument with somebody and they say, well, on the third Thursday, I did it 2 times, that means you didn't do it. If you have to express the amount of times that you did anything, unless the person is just like, you didn't never do nothing. But if you're consistent with it, then your response is, I do it every week. So when people get in arguments and they're like, oh, you don't do this, I do it every week. Well, you only done it 1 time a week, but I do it every week. It's a consistent. Can you tell me when I didn't do it every week? But my point is, but if you're like the second Thursday or the fourth, fifth Tuesday, there's a problem. There's a problem. Neither of us should be counting. If it's consistent, then it's consistent. And I applaud you on your consistency. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep working at it until it's normal. Until it's just normal. Until it almost feels weird because I didn't see this happen this week. And now I'm calling just to make sure you're okay because I didn't hear it or I didn't see it or it didn't happen. What I'm trying to get you to a place and a point is I'm praying for you because I want to know what changed. Not I'm rebuking you, not I'm against you. So the next time someone says, oh man, Pastor don't ever do, you pray for me because what? I'm working on it. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you to get onto that. I want you to build onto that. Understand that. Because nobody's going to be there to always push you. And God is not going to interrupt and have somebody come to help you all the time because God needs you to have a testimony. It ain't their testimony, it's your testimony. So the problem is you're looking for the way out. You're looking for someone to do what you need to do. And the truth of the matter is you'll never have someone do what you need to do until you're consistently doing it. And then someone will walk up to you and say, why are you doing that? People give you money when you got money. They don't give you money when you don't have money. So everything that happens because you did it already. So pat yourself on the back and get back to work. And you'll see the fruits of your labor. You'll have the testimony. You'll succeed. You'll have encouraged yourself. And you'll be able to tell somebody else that hasn't gotten there how to make it through. And those are the keys to life.